Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Bag. I am your host, Miss August.
I'm your host, Nori.
And while we are in the hustle and bustle of this season, I really want to take a step back with you, Nori, and really get into what we need to call the self-care bag today.
You know, as we think about the holiday season, as we think about spending time with our family, for some, it's a little more solemn. They are missing loved ones. They are experiencing the holiday season without a family member for the first time. And so as we think about other people, we also have to take care of ourselves. So when we think about the self-care bag, what does that mean?
Many of us are just walking through not only leaving the pandemic, losing a lot of people, but every single holiday, I feel like you lose people very significant to yourself right around this time. And you have to not only show up for the people in your household, show up for your family, but you also have to show up and get things in order for what is actually transitioning.
Absolutely. So as we talk about the self-care bag, we're going to get into therapy cards. We have our candle. It comes with a playlist that allows us to kind of relax and get into a moment just to kind of reflect and think on the things we're grateful for, but also to reflect on those people that we miss. And then also we're going to have Dr. Tarah Davidson on the show. She's phenomenal. She is a sexologist, she's a psychologist. She really dives into the psyche of healing discovery. And so we're gonna have a really great show today, and I'm excited about what's coming up.
Clear it.
I feel like everybody knows Zippy.
Bags. The best is still yet to come on The Bag. Ooh, this just feels like I'm sexy.
I am over the moon excited because the bag takes us on a journey through Black business owners, their experience, the what, the when, and of course, we're having dynamic, candid conversations with the owners of these products. So we're excited to get into the bag. Dr. Tarah Davidson, she is a psychotherapist, but she's also really connected with people. And when you have a therapist that is grounded and that really cares about helping people, you're gonna have a book that you can walk yourself through and have a healing discovery. So let's talk about your book, Healing Discovery. It is a soulful, self-reflective book. And of course, you can do this without necessarily having a therapist present, but it's all the tools that you need. What made you want to write this book?
During COVID, I feel like all of us went through some level of transformation.
Absolutely.
We went deep into our souls. We felt like we lost ourselves, found ourselves, just a myriad of different things, right? But I felt like for all the things that I'd seen and heard and who I was, there was something that was missing. There are a lot of books out here. I don't like the label of self-help, me providing that and telling them, oh, here, I have all the tools for you to help yourself, as if I'm the solution. I'm not the solution.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to write a book that kind of taught people how they are their own solution. Of course, go to therapy. Therapy is nurturing, it is soft, it is giving and caring, but you also are going to leave at some point, you know?
Some people can't afford therapy.
Yeah.
They just can't. Insurance doesn't cover it, and even if it did, like that's an expense that you have to want to. You have to have the will to want to get the help. So for the people who can't make their mind up to go, what would you say to them?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say read chapter 7, 8, and 9.
Come on, don't lie. Look.
Yeah, read chapter 7, 8, and 9. And then
Absolutely.
So in the book, it really is a guide. It doesn't just talk about things.
Yeah.
It gives you all the steps to be able to do the thing. It explains what these things mean. People talk about therapy all the time, but what are the different modalities?
Yes.
They're in the book. This is the most vulnerable relationship you're gonna have. So if you're gonna have a therapist, you have to get with somebody that you feel a vibe with.
Yeah.
The energy has to match. And in that chapter, it breaks down how to find a therapist, what to look for, the questions to ask. Just because I understand too that before I ever went to therapy, I remember not knowing what to ask.
So many people do not tell themselves the truth. Seriously, like some people lie to themselves to make them feel better about their experiences or what they've been through. Like to really look at yourself in the mirror and to say, I got mess. I got some really great qualities, but I also got some mess that's mixed up in there. You know, what would you say to the person, just as Miss August said, the person that really is scared to face their reality?
Accountability and responsibility are the greatest things you can do for yourself.
It's so sexy.
And The reason is because you're going to hit that wall and you're going to say, I'm doing something that's not correct. I'm running into the same scenarios with people, the same issues, the same challenges. You're the common denominator. It cannot be everyone else. It's got to be you. So you focus on yourself. Yes, you're scared. Do it anyway.
Do it scared.
Do it scared.
Yeah.
Because that fear is letting you know that you are a human being. So we've all heard, if you don't love yourself, nobody else is going to love you.
Girl.
And people hate hearing it though, right? They hate hearing it. But the truth is, you don't even know what you feel like when you're truly loved, if you haven't truly loved yourself yet. So anybody can give you anything easily and call it love. And if you're still sitting in attachment issues, rejection, abandonment, if you're still sitting in the darkness of that, which a lot of us are, if you're still sitting in the darkness of that, what do you think happens when you get somebody? You're going to attract the energy that you are. Pay attention to your pattern. The best way to change is to watch your own pattern. Take notes on yourself.
Take notes on yourself. I love that. We easily critique everyone else and we find blame and fault with everyone else. But that self-examination, that self-love, that self-care is so critical in growing mentally, physically, emotionally. Tarah, Dr. T, what do you do to take care of you?
Oh my God, now I do a plethora of things. I did not used to take care of myself. I was given to everyone thinking that somebody else was going to pour back into me. And I'm like, oh yes, it's coming. And they're like, no. I'll tell you one fantastic thing I learned. Why would somebody pour into a cup that's bleeding? That was me before. Now I fill my cup up before I go and I carry around a full cup so that I can always sip from my own cup every single time without asking anybody else to fill me up.
I love that you said that.
If you're 30, you might have been dealing with this for 20 of them. You might have came into the world to some stuff.
Seriously.
So the majority of our trauma is not ours. It is our parents and our grandparents, and it trickles down, right? So what you have might be really, really heavy. You have no idea how to process it.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you need something that feels peaceful. This experience of therapy, my goal was always to offer something that felt spiritually sound. I want them to come in and we talk about things. And at the top of it, I'm letting people know, oh, you don't talk to your mom. Okay. We're going to talk to mom by the time this is done.
Yeah.
Because this has to be the goal. Is that what you want?
Forward movement.
Yes, you find out what they need and what they want, and then you aim for. Now, just because you aim for it, you shoot for it, doesn't mean it's always going to work.
Yeah.
But they have to do so much work on their own. You have to do your best to build them up to feel strong enough to be able to do this work without you. They don't belong to me. I don't want to keep them forever. My goal is not to have them as my forever patients so I can just make money off of them. My goal is to help heal.
You have to graduate.
Yes. I'm just the facilitator. You're doing the work.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because when we think about self-care, it is a full experience, right? So from being in a space to breathe, in Heal and Discover, you talk about breathing and really being in tune with that, especially if you're dealing with negative thoughts, to focus on your own breath and to be able to have a candle, to fill the room and have aroma. And then to be able to discover, like, I'm okay, everything is okay. And then you move to the next phase and you move, like when you say this book is a guide, it is a guide. And it has helped me personally, but also it's going to help so many people. So when we talk about this marketplace and we talk about shopping these products, it is not from a place of, oh, just buy it. It's from a place of really wanting to share what self-care and healing is all about, and you are providing that. Dr. Ebony is providing that. And I want to talk about her cards because it's called the therapy cards. Very straightforward. This is also a guide for self-discovery and insight, right? So when we talk about these cards, and since we have Dr. T on the couch, I say we pull a card.
Gotta pull a card.
Let's pull a card.
Gotta pull a card.
Okay, so here we go. Which emotions are the most difficult for you to sit with?
Well, start a riot.
Which emotions are the most difficult for you to sit with?
I wouldn't say it was so much of an emotion. It was more of the control and all the emotions tied to control. That's what I would say. So I used to allow people to control my emotions. He who controls the emotion controls the mind.
Yes.
So I had to learn how to better control myself.
Miss August, how you feeling about it?
Shame.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the hardest one to sit with. You have to come to grips with the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis, a yearly basis, throughout your whole life.
Yeah.
And some things you do and you're ashamed that you did this.
For me, sitting with rejection, I hate it. Oh, it is to feel unwanted, unloved. That's hard. That was difficult for me to process. And just growing up, like, unrequited love, like all the things that you experience when you want love. And I think that comes from being younger and, my father not being as present and realizing that, because I was, I think a lot of times we try to push it down, push the emotion down, and I'm okay and I'm fine. And as I live and breathe as an adult, I realize it's okay to deal with that.
I'm an advocate of feeling.
Yeah.
Like we were talking earlier, and I told you guys I had to put my rain wig on because I wanted to feel the rain today. Like, and I was okay with it. I was at peace with it. I'm like, look, I'm gonna walk a block. I'm not gonna grab an umbrella. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Sometimes you should just feel
Yes.
the weather, your
Yes.
emotions, your day to day. Like, just feel it.
And I think on the other side is discovering that I have never rejected myself.
I love that.
I've always
For
shown
you,
up for
yes.
myself.
So-
And you have to continue to show up for yourself every
do.
single day.
Sometimes you don't know how to have hard conversations, and you don't know where to start.
Yes.
So when you open this thing up, at least you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, like you really do have the opportunity to talk about things that probably would not have came up in that moment that you kind of been skating by.
So you guys just head right on over to the marketplace and grab your deck of these My Therapy cards.
But ladies, can we talk about this candle though from Cadence Candle? Oh my gosh, like I am sitting here and I love, it smells like goodness. It smells like peace. It smells like serenity. It smells like I need to have it when I walk in my home, and it fills every single room. Yeah.
It has notes of jasmine, lily of the valley, and also sea salt. And it's a soy-based candle, so it burns for 40 hours. And it is one wick, but I'm sitting all the way over here.
Yeah.
And it is burning so beautifully, so delicately, and I'm just impressed.
We started to talk, and as this aroma started to fill the room, I felt myself kind of relax into the conversation a little bit more. Just, you kind of melt into the moment.
Yeah, I was smiling because I was like, the candle over there by her. I love the smell of candles.
That candle
the
is
longer
candling.
I said, baby, this candle is taking up space.
Cadence Candle Company is absolutely amazing. And so I love how it is adding to this space of peacefulness.
Yeah. You
And
talk about
so-
self-care.
Yeah.
You can't do self-care without a candle.
Okay.
Mandatory.
It is.
Mandatory.
It is. Make sure you shop it in the marketplace because you need to have this in your home, in your office, in your space. You need this Cadence candle in your life, the sweet life. That's what I'm talking about.
Throw it in the bag.
Yes.
Ipade is electrifying. Ipade is a place where we can pour into ourselves and where we pour into each other. Ipade is a word from the West African Yoruba language that conveys a sense of gathering or coming together. One of the really magical things that happens here is that our members and our community are able to use the space to amplify the businesses, the initiatives, and projects that they are working on. Ipade is a reflection of our culture, our vibrancy, our brilliance, our ingenuity, and all those great things that we are. The venue is open to everyone to book for photography, filming, meetings, events, workshops, and all types of celebrations. My dream for Ipade is that it will continue to be a safe place for Black women and femmes of color to gather and connect and to grow into their highest, best, fullest selves.
There's an unwritten culture of being Black. We wear bonnets to protect our hair. We dress with style and create new trends. There's even an art to washing our clothes. We make self-care and therapy cool. We shop Black-owned to support our community. Unscripted is an interactive shopping television streaming network that aims to redefine the narrative in the Black community. The content is Black-led, the brands are Black-owned, and the network is too. We believe entertainment and shopping should be fun, so we created a way to do both. Businesses can join our marketplace and advertise through our network, and viewers can watch TV and buy products that they like instantly. Working together is definitely something to celebrate. Join our community today.
Speaking of bags, I love the idea of traveling and throwing it all in the bag. So let's talk about these luxury bags we have.
The Infinity Backpack is a classic design with a touch of modern. Every bag is handmade with the finest quality soft leather, and the diamond pattern is so beautiful. And I am just in love with this bum bag, this book bag. And listen, they all come with a portable battery pack, which is clutch when you are on the road, when you have to take a road trip. And guess what? When you forgot to throw your charger in your bag.
While I'm in the airport and I'm traveling, whether it's a self-care trip, whether it is a business trip, it doesn't matter. I need convenience. And so what I love that these bags do is provide that. They look good. You know, I like traveling style. You know, they look good. But they also are very convenient and affordable.
And it's 50% off with the code THEBAG.
All of these wonderful products tie into that. So of course you got to go to our marketplace because we're trying to shop it up and have you experience everything that we're experiencing in this moment, because I feel very serene and very connected to you ladies.
Yeah, and if you're anything like me, I understand that you said that you have to put things in your bag intentional, but I am an overpacker.
Are you?
So I need all three pieces. I'm sorry. I will go somewhere for one day and I need all of this.
Yes.
So I'm not as simple as a lot of people. You know, you may need this or this. I need 3 outfits for no reason.
You know, I mean, life be lifing, so you never know. Because, you know, sometimes you don't intend to go out, but then that little black dress comes in handy. You stuffed it in your duffel bag. You're happy you can whip it out and go out and enjoy an evening.
And I travel with candles. I don't know if you guys do.
Do you?
I do travel with candles, especially if I'm going to a hotel. I like to bring in some type of serenity, and I need some type of familiarity. And I also travel with a pillow. See, I told you I need all of this.
Listen, I'm excited about the bag. We are just getting started with all the things that we're going to throw in the bag, all the things that we are taking out the bag, and all the things that we are unpacking. So definitely shop the marketplace, because this is your opportunity to take advantage of the 50% off.
50.
Yes. And we have deals, and we want you to experience the serenity of what real self-care and self-love looks like, feels like, and how you're walking in your truth and your authenticity. For the opportunity to share these wonderful products with you. I've been having some fun with you. I'm Nori.
I'm Miss August.
And of course, I want to say a special thank you to our guest, Dr. Tarah Davidson, aka Dr. T. We love you and we appreciate you being here with us.
As we conclude this Self-Care Bag episode, I want everyone to know that you are not alone. We are all here for you here on Unscripted. Let's continue to cultivate community and also prioritize our mental health in this season.
Absolutely. Seasonal depression is a real thing. And so as you take care of yourself, we want to make sure that we extend compassion and empathy, love on yourself and love on others. We appreciate you for joining us on The Bag on Unscripted TV.